Brinkerhoff is the ISKA U.S. welterweight champion and the former FFK world welterweight champion with a record of 27 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws, 14 KOs. And Viktor Vargotsky would appear to not be quite as experienced, but with a record of 13 wins, 2 losses, 8 KOs. But here we go, round 1, third fight of the evening.
Vargotsky sure looks intent. Ernie Reyes Jr., you've seen a lot of these fights, either as a participant in the demonstration portion of it or full contact with your father. So give us some comments about this as we go.
Oh, well, like I said, Victor looks very intense, and he looks very strong, but Chris is, I've had the pleasure of watching Chris, and he seems very calm and being able to handle it very well. We know that his boxing skills is very good, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, Bob Wall and I were commenting in some earlier rounds that it's very beautiful to see fighters put together hand combinations and then back up and use their feet in the combination.
Nice spinning back kick by Viktor Vargotsky.
Brinkerhoff didn't seem to respect it too much. It didn't even change the expression on his face.
It's just unusual. I haven't seen too many Russians throw spinning back kicks.
Well, they must have learned that watching Bill Wallace films.
Well, they got a great teacher in the great Bill Superfoot Wallace.
I saw Bill Wallace actually throw a spinning back kick in his retirement fight against Bob Biggs. First one in his career, and it actually landed. Didn't hurt, just landed.
Well, he'd have been thrilled about that.
The coach of this team, this Commonwealth of Independent States team, or the All-Eurasian Kickboxing Federation team, is Andrei Kristov. And he himself is a former 2-time Soviet national karate champion.
Viktor Vargotsky in the black pants from Kiev, Ukraine. And he's fighting the U.S. champion, Chris Brinkerhoff from Fremont, California. And the first round is over.
Oh, Victor definitely was aggressive the first round. And he did land a few shots, but it didn't seem to be affecting Chris really that much.
As we look at action from that round, you see Viktor Vargotsky is just relentless in his pressure as he almost puts Brinkerhoff through the ropes.
Axe kick. And those
nice round right hand by Viktor Vargotsky.
Brinkerhoff is in trouble, big trouble. The referee's giving him an 8 count. Yes, it is an 8 count. We're ready now, round 4. In the white pants, Chris Brinkerhoff. In the black pants, wearing the CIS for Commonwealth of Independent States, Viktor Vargotsky. And I apologize, Victor, if I pronounced your name wrong. Ooh, a right leg and a right hand. Referee Cecil Peoples, California.
Another one of the really great referees.
That was an unusual move. You'll have to describe that one.
I'll tell you, that was one of those spin around the ropes for Chris Brinkerhoff. Unfortunately, because that kind of thing takes a lot of energy out of you.
He seemed to take it in stride. He didn't let it upset him, so maybe he wrote it down. That spinning back fist has been attempted 3 or 4 times and make that 5, and it hasn't landed yet, but if it does a lot of damage.
Now, Viktor Vargotsky throwing that pretty high, and Chris Brinkerhoff seems to have teed off on it, and he's staying under it. Spinning back kick tried, and Viktor Vargotsky getting out of the way. They both seem to have picked up on each other's timing.
The sport of full contact karate kickboxing has really come a long way. The maturation process with the ISKA now has it to a point where crowds know they're going to see a good fight. If the ISKA is sanctioning a fight.
Oh, nice uppercut by Chris Brinkerhoff. You're absolutely right. The ISKA is just a fabulous sanctioning body. They really have done a professional job of bringing the sport up. Now, that's the kind of thing we need to see more of from Brinkerhoff, who expects to win this fight. That was a real nice uppercut. He's gotten a little more respect from Viktor Vargotsky.
Bob, Chuck Norris is coming out with a new movie, Sidekicks, and I understand that we may be able to see your smiling face in that picture.
That's right. I play a pivotal part. I'm a very important official in that. That's a great film, an absolutely excellent film. I am just absolutely ecstatic for Chuck. He worked long and hard to bring that project to fruition. Probably a PG rated, but it's just one of his best films.
That's the end of the fourth round, and we had some action at the end of that round. I believe if I had to, and I don't know whether I even want to stick my neck out, but I think Brinkerhoff may have won that round.
I agree. I clearly believe that he was a lot more effective. He seemed to started to neutralize Victor's timing, and he caught him with a couple of good shots in there, and he's starting to do more of what he's got to do.
Well, let's slow down the action so we can see exactly how Brinkerhoff got in this embarrassing position. He threw a good kick and caught his foot on the rope and almost fell out of the ring. Vargotsky, on the other hand, got tagged, almost went down, but he was just slipping. He fought his way back, put a lot of pressure on Brinkerhoff, but Brinkerhoff was able to slip and slide and avoid most of the power of these blows.
Clearly the fighters are much better today than we were then, but I think we get a little credit for giving them the berth. Here we go with round 5. Viktor Vargotsky from Ukraine representing the Russian team, and his opponent from the United States, Chris Brinkerhoff, in the white. Round 5 in a close fight.
I didn't realize I was sitting here with a pioneer. Pioneer of the sport of full contact karate. And very glad to be here in Las Vegas with you, Bob.
Well, I was honored to be a member of the world professional team that started full contact karate, and so I'm pleased, and it's nice to see it's, you know, the descendants, if you will, even improving it. Nice left hand by Viktor Vargotsky.
As you're saying that, Victor is really getting serious in this round. He wants to take the fight to Brinkerhoff. He's done more damage in this round in the early seconds than he did in the entire fourth round.
No question about it. I'm sure his corner told him that he better open it up a little bit.
He slipped. I don't believe he was hit by anything. His foot slipped out from under him.
Round kick by Viktor Vargotsky, but blocked by Chris Brinkerhoff.
Well, in my humble opinion, he's trying to set up that spinning back fist way too much. He should stand in there toe-to-toe and fight. You can see him turning his back, wanting to throw it even more often than he actually does throw it.
No question, and I think that's one of the reasons Brinkerhoff has been able to pick him off. His timing is just a step inside each time.
There it is again, and that one did not land on the glove. That one stunned Brinkerhoff, but I believe it was a forearm that landed on the side of his jaw.
It's just the way I saw it. Again, Chris Brinkerhoff stepping in to try to neutralize it. But there's a cut on Viktor Vargotsky, and that was caused by the left hand. So we got to stop. The referee's stopping the fight to check the cut. Hopefully this won't stop the fight, because it'll be a shame to see it stopped at this point.
Well, when a cut is directly over the eye, the blood can drip into the eye, causing blindness. He doesn't see the punch coming. He could actually lose an eye. So for the safety of the fighters, the doctor has actually stopped the fight, awarding the win by technical knockout to Chris Brinkerhoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of the ringside physician, Dr. Flip Pomansky, referee Cecil People stops the bout at 1 minute, 48 seconds of the 5th round. The winner by a TKO and still ISKA International Super Welterweight Champion, Chris Brinkerhoff.
Well, a real nice display of sportsmanship by Chris Brinkerhoff, clearly understanding the disappointment that Viktor Vargotsky's got to feel.